I have 2 entries for my shit list this week, starting with my Hydro Flask container that I use for my water. So y'all already know, if y'all have been listening to the show, that I go to Whole Foods every week and I get 8 gallons of high pH water. I use the same jugs every week. I just get them refilled because they allow you to do refills there, which is awesome. So I take that with me along with some Gatorade that I make and my pre-workout. So I'll chug my pre-workout. I'll take my Gatorade and my water with me. I'll drink my Gatorade during my hardest workouts just to retain the water so I don't get a migraine. And then I'll just drink water throughout the rest of my pump. I'll usually consume like over half a gallon of water while I'm working out. That's standard. So my Hydro Flask, I had it on one of the machines while I was working out, and I dropped the weight too hard when I was done with it, and it fell off the machine. And for some goddamn reason, the cap to my Hydro Flask decided to right off. And I had
loud. Was it like a loud experience?
No, it wasn't that loud, but like it was like one of the most over dramatic like spilling of water I've ever seen.
So it's kind of almost as if somebody was looking at you, right? You weren't loud, but if people would have had to look at you,
I don't give a shit though. Like people drop shit all the time. I will say this: back when I was working out at Lifetime, one time I accidentally knocked over my pre-workout though. No, it was my BCAAs at the time. I was taking BCAAs at the time, and I knocked that over, and like that was like extra gross because it had like the stuff mixed in and all that shit. This was just water, so it wasn't like that big a deal.
Probably made you more pissed though, because it's a pre-work. It
was my BCAAs, so like I did feel like I wasted something, but at the same time, like I paid for this water too the same way, so I felt like I wasted it real bad.
That's
and
funny.
It was like, and my Hydro Flask holds a third of a gallon of water. It's like 40 ounces, so. I hadn't even opened it yet, like, to drink out of it. I'd only had my Gatorade.
Yeah.
And then, like, it spilt the whole ass shit. Dude, it was, like, the biggest puddle of water I've ever seen. And then I went over, and they only have one person working the counters because of COVID. So I had to wait for, like, forever, and the water was just there. And then I told them about it, and then, like, they didn't even mop it up. They just like put a sign over there because I guess the floor they use just like absorbs the water or some shit. It just dried up and it went away.
That's crazy.
So like I just kept looking over there like fuck, like
right.
That
you caused that. Like you caused.
Yeah,
that.
It was me, man, 100%. But at the same time, it was also just water and it wasn't like on the machine or anything. It was like to the left of the machine, so like it wasn't that big a deal, but still
That's
annoying.
It's
and then
funny.
and I didn't break the cap or anything either. It just popped off. So like I even like put the cap back on, it screwed on, everything was cool. So I was like, what the fuck was that? Like. What the hell, man?
You just had to have that moment, bro, to be able to respond from it. That's how that was.
Yeah, it sucked, though. And then I had to drink tap water the whole time I was there from the water fountain.
Tap water's good.
I mean, ever since the brain-eating parasite broke out in the drinking water of a town that's, like, within spitting distance of us, I just don't trust it anymore.
Yeah, but you did it that day, though.
I had to.
Do you have anything running around your body right now eating your insides?
I mean, probably.
Right?
Yeah, probably.
But everybody does,
yeah,
right? I mean, when you go
nothing out of the ordinary.
I'm a foodie, right? So,
dude, you for sure.
Mean, this literally ties into that.
Hey, man, I'll take a tapeworm if it just wants to, like, take whatever I'm eating and
that's
just, like,
fine.
not allow me to have it. Like, that's
well,
cool,
I mean,
too.
So to me, right, if I had a tapeworm or something, I eat so much, like, the tapeworm wouldn't even be able to kill me, dude. Like, it would be trying to just eat off everything that I eat. Like,
no, I've actually been eating a lot less, too. Like, I've been doing a really good job. Like, I'm shit's happening, man. I'm pretty stoked about it.
Hey, good shit. I'm with that.
Yeah. And then the next person on my shit list goes out to the governor of Florida. The governor of Florida has just passed a new clause or rule or whatever you want to call it to allow all stadiums in the state of Florida to allow max capacity with no requirements of masks.
That's goofy.
That's fucking bananas, bro.
We already had this talk. Kansas City Chiefs, I think the initial team that fucked all this up.
The Chiefs or the Titans?
The Chiefs.
Well, they weren't at full capacity either.
It was not, but they had people in their stands that had COVID.
That's true, though.
And so after that,
and you want to know what's crazy too?
We started
so
seeing,
like you said that report right about about fans from Kansas City getting COVID.
Yeah.
Like they didn't they still allowed fans in this past weekend too. Yep. So like that shit happened and they're just like, well, like that's their problem. Like we're gonna stay open. So
I won't try to not to talk about too much sports shit, but
this is like legitimate.
There was a team that had all South Park cardboard fans, which I think is the most awesome shit.
Yeah. That's because they're from Colorado.
It's so awesome.
Yeah, it was cool.
That they did that.
Like
so
every character from South Park ever was like in the stands. Yeah, which was cool.
That was really fun. It was really funny.
Yeah, it was
really
cool.
Funny. It was really funny. That was cool.
So they said that like they're gonna make it legal, but it's up to the organizations on whether or not they're gonna allow the fans to go. It sounds like the college football teams are just gonna let everyone go, but they said like Tampa and Miami and Jacksonville, they're still like from the NFL perspective, like they still may not let full capacity.
It's just weird. Full capacity just shouldn't happen. Like we know what's going on right now.
There was just another report that came out that there are like 50,000 confirmed cases a day right now, and like. Bro, you do that, like that's
what are we doing?
Good at,
so what are we doing right now? What are we doing right now? So you're basically almost just taking it to a point where everybody's just gonna catch it at some point in time.
And they've been talking for months now about how like when the fall and the winter come, it's supposed to get like really bad. Like we should be doing everything we can right now to make sure that shit doesn't get weird.
Now
so that when it gets weird, like
and
we're okay.
It sucks, right? Because you like NFL. I know this is the other show, but it sucks for you because you like NFL, and NFL is fucking up right now. And
a little bit.
And NFL is about to get shut down. I've been calling it, bro.
And even worse, like my team's undefeated. Yep. Like I'm not just a huge I'm not just a huge football team, but like,
but it won't mean nothing.
It won't
because they're gonna shut the season down, and it's y'all should have did neutral sites, bro. We talked about this. We've talked about it, but
I'm
this is
trying
the
to
other show.
stay optimistic.
Yeah,
I'm trying. That's all I can do.
I don't want to go too hard on sports stuff.
We're not going to. But like I'm just saying, like that's something that happened. That guy's on my shit list because he might be the reason why football gets canceled.
No, I told you once Kansas City happened, they were going to be the main reason. So anything that's happened after, we cannot blame it on them. We're gonna really have to sit here and say Kansas City, had people there and they had COVID. Yeah, that's all this comes down to. So this is on Kansas City, bro.
Yeah, I respect it.
I mean, and it sucks, right? Now it's in all these players. They're done. Not done, bro. But they're
out. They're out certain until
games,
they pass and come back.
So then the season ain't a real season, is it?
Well, it's just like the NBA.
If you have main players out for certain games, and
it's just like the NBA,
right? Well, the NBA was able to just bring it here, bro.
Yeah, but even then, like like main players didn't come back, and like this and that, like
right because they decided not to go.
Well, yeah, right. That's
the
my
one
point.
thing I can say.
Yeah.
Whatever the NBA did, nobody tested positive the entire time.
Nope, not while they were in the bubble.
Nope. And the finals are over, so we could talk about this.
That's
but
true,
I mean, like I said, I don't want to go too hard on.
Yeah, we won't. We'll talk about it. Well, we will have
again though. The NFL shot themselves in the foot, and it's gonna get canceled, bro. Right. We already know this. It's gonna happen.
Yeah,
like it's gonna happen.
I feel that.
Yeah.
All right, so we'll go to my big boy shoutouts. I recently watched this cooking show on Netflix this past week called The American Barbecue Showdown. Mm-hmm. Have you seen it on there?
Why would you ask me that? I'm a foodie.
So you've seen it?
Of course.
Have you watched the whole show?
Not the whole show, but I do watch.
You've seen some of it?
Yeah.
Okay.
I have.
Well, I'm not going to give like a full breakdown of it. I'm going to give a huge, solid recommendation for it. Cooking shows have kind of been played out for me for a while now. Like a lot of them are kind of the same. Like I always like Chopped because Chopped was like, okay, like we all know y'all can cook, but like here's some shit that like nobody can cook with, and like we want to see what you can do with it. And like that's always been cool.
I feel like Chopped is always bullshit too because some of those plates that be coming up, they get like a 1 on a scale of like 5.
Yeah,
that shit looks like it would be a 5 to anybody who would go sit down.
Yeah,
and so they get these like dudes who eat food everywhere all the time.
Yeah, it's
like,
weird.
It's
that's also
like,
what I kind of like about this barbecue show, right? This barbecue show, so it's a cooking show, but like they just got cooks from like all over America, and there's like 8 of them, and to participate. But none of them are professionals. They're just people who like have been veterans in the game for a while. Like they've done lots of cook-off competitions, or some of them have never done cooking competitions.
Yeah.
But like they're all talented.
It's fire.
And they have like they have 2 judges and then 2 hosts. I want to give a shout out to the hosts because the hosts of all these new cooking shows have fucking sucked. And the 2 hosts of this show are actually like awesome. I actually really enjoyed them.
I just don't think you could be a food critic. I just think it's just the most impossible thing ever. Because
it's subjective. So everything's different to everybody.
This is what I would ask you. A lot of these plates, right? They get like, this didn't taste that great. It was. If me or you tried it, it would be like the best thing that we ever ate, dog, in our life. Like so, it's really hard when we get to those shows, bro. Like, bro, all them people.
Well, that's what I'm getting at though. Like in this though, like.
Dude.
Like the two people, it was like this big black dude and then like this like small white lady.
Yeah.
And like the small white lady, I was like, what the fuck is she gonna tell us about barbecue, bro? But she's like,
right, exactly.
No, dude, she's like a barbecue guru, bro. Like every single time she talked about it, every single time she talked about it, bro, like Ombre right next to her, he was like, hell yeah. Like, and like the way that she talked about barbecue, bro, like she earned my fucking respect.
So
I was
this
like,
is my
hey,
thing, bro. And this is where it starts getting weird with the overall population, right? Barbecue gets solidified to black people. Watermelon gets solidified to black people.
That's not what I'm saying.
No, you're not.
Oh,
but
okay.
The overall populace, that's what just people think. And
well,
so,
I think of barbecue as like a southern thing. Like
there are white people and Hispanic people and all kind of people that can kiss some good ass, you know?
Yeah.
But I mean, every initial person would be like, black people could probably barbecue better than everybody. Bro, like
I wouldn't say that. That sounds kind of weird.
Of course you wouldn't.
Yeah.
But
people are weird.
We don't have to say that, right?
Actually say that.
Just like everybody says Kool-Aid tastes better. If a black person make it, I mean, it depends. It's
okay.
Bro, it's always a basis.
Sure.
Of just a type of food you want to eat, and that's all it is. It doesn't have to be like you know.
Well, let me get back to what I liked about the show. The show, like, because it was made by Netflix, they don't have to abide by like FCC violations and stuff, and so they're able to say like shit and like hell and damn and like all this stuff.
Came out.
That.
I mean, we keep going,
but,
like
you know, but like it was just cool because like. They were able to, dude. It was just like like I make some fucking barbecue and just like, woo!
Exactly.
Like it was just all these people, dude. Like there's this white dude called Grubbs from Louisiana, and my shout out goes out to this black dude named Shotgun, who's jacked as fuck, and he looks like Mr. T, who grew up in the South just cooking barbecue his entire life, bro. He had like the most energy. He was outrageous, dude. Like he was awesome. He was like, and like, but here's the thing though. All of them except for like one person, like, all had personality, dude. Like all these other cooking shows are like, I'm a chef and like this and that and then this and that and then like that's it. But like, they had like this big white dude named Ashley who's cooking for his best friend who died, Big Shrimp. His name was Big Shrimp. Yeah. And like, dude, like that's awesome.
That shit's badass.
Yeah,
bro.
dude, the whole show was sick. Like I was just like, this is fucking cool.
So. Just like the fans that are listening right now, I'm gonna ask him the question that we've been wanting to know this whole time: who won?
So
the big black dude or the little white lady?
So I don't want to. Well, those are the judges. They were grill masters. Yeah, they're grill masters. Oh, okay. So like,
right?
Yeah, so like they were the judges.
Yeah, I've seen it. Yeah.
But ironically, it does come down to a big black dude and a small white lady.
It's every time. It's always weird. Like
it was really weird.
But it's just don't pass black people, right? Just because. We're supposed to. I'm gonna say this. I mean, just be real.
Should I spoil it? Okay, I'm gonna give a spoiler alert. Okay, so I've already given my word of recommendation. The show is amazing. Skip the next like 20 seconds if you don't want to hear who won. But it comes down to this dude. He's got like a Jamaican descendants,
right?
Where and like a Latin descendants. So like all of his foods have like a Caribbean kind of style to them,
some type of different food
and or Latin kind of flair to it. You know what I mean? And then this little like white lady, dude, I was so mad too because she was like the most annoying character of the whole show. Well, not character, just person. She's just an annoying person.
Well, I like that you said that.
Yeah, she's the worst, dude. She ended up winning, but
of course,
but the reason why,
damn.
but the black dude, who ended up going all the way with her, he has never been in a professional cooking competition
before. You go. And he made it to the final.
And dude, he fucking killed it, bro. Like,
slaughtered.
Dude, man. Like, his shit was always fire, bro.
Exactly.
So, but like, homegirl won. But like, dude, he was so wholesome about it the whole show, too. He was like, they were like, how do you feel? And he's like, this is what was supposed to happen. Like, she's been in like 50 different competitions and I'm just happy to be here. This is my first one, dude. It was so cool. Like, he was so wholesome, like the whole show, bro. And like, down to the final 3, they had this really old black lady too. She was like 65, bro, and like
killing shit,
killing it, bro. Like making crazy
all
shit.
Type of shit that you never expect.
Oh, dude, yeah, it was awesome, bro. Like that's what I'm saying. Like every single person here like had personality.
It's so sick,
right? And it was awesome. So highly recommend checking out the show. If y'all skipped it, just watch it. You're gonna really enjoy it. Otherwise, you know, if you listen, you already know who wins. So
yeah.
But,
I mean, we're okay with that.
It was awesome, and it really like got me through the week. Like I binged
cool.
this show so hard, bro.
Yeah.
So that was a really long shout out, but like it kind of went hand in hand with like the show, you know.
Well, I mean, you need to do long shout outs because I don't think they're ready when we start getting into the nitty gritty.
Right, yeah,
like,
yeah,
you know, so let's warm you up real quick.
This one will be quick. Just shout out to Eddie Van Halen, guitarist. He's insane. He died this past week.
He did. I saw that.
Fucking rock and roll legend.
Yep. And if y'all don't know him, dude, like honestly, the only reason I know him because I play Guitar Hero and shit like that. And and Jimi Hendrix, I think, is the GOAT of guitarists, but I do pay attention to that kind of stuff.
Yeah,
like,
without a doubt.
You know, so. Eddie definitely has to get a shout out for sure.
Big
and
time.
I agree with you for
He's
that.
A legend.
I did see that he passed, and he has to be a part.
Yeah,
of the
I felt
shout
like
out.
it was appropriate
Like,
to give him his own shout out, without a doubt.
For sure.
This other guy, George Asafo Adehi, he's number 78 for the Giants, the New York Giants. He's a lineman. They lost to the Dallas Cowboys this week after Dak Prescott put his foot on sideways.
Look, if y'all ain't seen that, I'm gonna tell y'all right now. Go and Google, but not even Google. Just go to YouTube and type in Dak breaks ankle. Like
that's all you gotta do.
I don't know if
You'll
y'all want
find
to
it.
see it really.
It's pretty gnarly.
Oh, it's nasty.
But
It's nasty.
I'm giving this guy a shout out specifically because he actually ended up getting the 2-point conversion reception that would have won them the game if Dallas didn't score at the end. And he's a lineman.
Yeah.
So, like, anytime a lineman gets an opportunity to score some points, you can guarantee I'm going to shout them out because that's the reason why I made this segment from the very beginning.
Right.
So, big shout out to that guy representing the boys.
Yep.
And it would have been the game-winning 2-pointer. So, big props to him.
For sure.
And my last big boy shout out goes out to the governor of Colorado. He's pardoning more than 2,700 people that were convicted of possessing 1 ounce or less of marijuana in the state because of the laws changing.
That's
so
love.
anyone
That's
that's in there like for petty shit, like he's letting them out, which is fucking sick. Like, well, I mean, like that probably should have already happened. But he had to pass
sick.
something for him to be able to do that. So I'm sure there's a lot of like red tape and shit that he had to get through to be able to pass this. But like it's happened,
should
and I was
have
letting all these
already
people
been
out.
happening.
I agree.
So him doing it right now makes you kind of feel like, you know what I mean? Like, what?
Yeah.
How does this not already happen before? Like, what are we doing?
My
like,
whole thing, like with him making this happen, makes me feel like they've probably been trying to do it for a while. But like,
so
dude, anytime anything
can I be
gets
honest
passed,
with
it
you?
takes forever.
Can I be honest with you?
You can always be honest with me and the listeners.
I
You be honest with all of us.
feel like they've never tried to do it.
Maybe
or
they might.
never
Yeah, they
gave
might
a
just be
fuck.
full of shit.
And now that they gave a fuck, it just happened so easily. People,
Right.
People
but,
think
like,
that.
Like they just forgot. Like,
Right.
oh shit, dude, there's a bunch
Bro.
of people that are still in prison right now.
Bro.
Like, we need to do something about that.
And so only if certain people do it though, right? Then it happened. So he was the right person to do it, and it happened. And so
Yeah.
it looks weird that what took so long. Well, yet y'all just didn't give a fuck, and so y'all did.
Maybe.
Or at least one dude. No, it's no maybe to it, bro. I mean, these are just. So why hasn't this happened before?
You mean in Colorado or anywhere?
Period. I mean, right.
I don't know.
Right. I mean, that's what I'm saying.
I wonder.
it's
So
weird,
I didn't
dude.
do enough
It's
research
weird.
on it. Again, not an expert, but
weird.
I wonder if California did something similar, like when they legalized it.
Well, so this is the weird parts about when we start talking about legalizing shit, right?
Well,
Colorado
the
and California
prison
usually
system
the
is
main
always-
places,
Yeah.
right, where
Yeah.
shit pops off, and it.
Well, I mean, they've
you're
already
allowed.
decriminalized mushrooms there too, which is crazy.
You know what I'm saying? So then
Yeah.
it's like a trickle effect. It's almost like a butterfly effect. The ripple hits, right? You throw the rock in the water. If it skips, awesome. But it still skips maybe 4 or 5 times. So there's a ripple
Right,
to everything.
right.
So maybe this is one of those things, but this should be something that should have happened before. So then these are one of those things that falls into that like weird category. Like,
Yeah.
why haven't...
I feel that.
Right.
I feel
I
that.
mean, you have to. I mean, it's just... it's weird.
Yeah.
But yeah.